What's up, Vetters? Patrick here with Vetted. I have some big breaking news. Apparently, Representative Anna Paulina Luna, in accordance with the Federal Secrets Task Force, has just announced a brand new UAP hearing. I have all the details. And before we get to that story, I'd love to ask you, Vetters, please hit that like button. That really helps out the videos. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I put out a new video or videos every single day about the UAP topic. Let's go, y'all. So, Representative Anna Paulina tweeted out this. Big news. Here is a tentative timeline for the GOP oversight investigation into UAPs. This inquiry into UAPs has been the biggest bipartisan intra-governmental investigation in U.S. history. We look forward to the upcoming investigations and want to give a special thank you to Mr. David Grush for providing advice to us. And then they've got a little timeline here, right? Let's look at that. UAP investigation timeline. April 29th, skiff brief with UAP experts. April 30th/May 1st, roundtable with experts, officials, and members of Congress. Week of May 12th, full committee hearing on UAPs. So this is good news, if you ask me. There's a lot happening within the next few weeks, right? A skiff briefing, which we have heard about. For instance, Matt Laszlo reported on this back in March.
Got some news for you all, some pretty big news. I just talked with Mr. Burlison about him onboarding Grush. So yeah, that's happening April 1st. Well, then this is the news. End of April, they want to have a skiff briefing with David Grush, Lou Elizondo, Christopher Mellon, and Arrow. Luna confirmed that to me, so did Burlison. I guess Elizondo and Mellon were in town yesterday and they all met. So yeah, wait for it. I'll be dropping those exclusives here in a little bit. Also, talked to Jim Himes, the top Democrat, on Intel about the hiring of Grush. And guess what? He knew his name and says he's looked into the allegations. I did not expect that out of Mr. Himes. He also says hi to all of you. All right, peace.
And of course, that's Matt Laszlo with Ask a Poll. Does a great job, is in Washington, D.C., one of the only reporters, if not the only reporter, reporting on UAP on a weekly basis in the Capitol, in the halls of Congress, getting a lot of exclusives. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to his setup. I'll put a link in the description. Now, this roundtable that they're talking about happening on April 30th and May 1st, I don't have any information about, and we'll have to wait and see, what happens with that. But that is literally just a week and a half away. So we'll know soon enough. Now, the hearing itself does not have a specific date. And if you look at the Oversight Committee's calendar, there's nothing on the books. So hopefully that will be set in stone soon, right? They're saying basically the second week of May, essentially. So hopefully we'll have a date and time. Don't worry, I'll be live streaming that. We'll be covering it. We'll go all in. But first thing that's going to be coming up is that skiff briefing, and they're thanking David Grush because, as you know, he became a part of Representative Eric Burlison's staff, right, most recently to help look into the UAP topic. Now, I've got a couple interview clips from a recent interview that Eric Burlison did on the Unidentified Alien podcast, which I was a guest myself just prior to Representative Eric Burlison going out. So please check out that interview. I'll put a link in the description to my own interview. But I got a couple clips of Representative Eric Burlison giving some more details about what we potentially could expect in this hearing and just upcoming investigation into UAPs, as well as some other things that we'll get to. But first, take a look at this.
It doesn't mean anything unless we deliver. And so I understand now to me, it's just raising the bar because now there's expectations that we deliver and I don't want to disappoint. Right. So we've got, everybody knows that we've hired him. I don't want to, at the end of the day, have this be, what the disappointment levels that we've seen before. And I'm not suggesting that we're going to have that moment where it, I'm able to go directly into a room and film a UFO. But I'm also trying to do that. I'm trying to get to that point where we get into the get into a space, see to where we can see any of these crash retrieval vehicles and see any of the alien biologics, anything and everything. So we're going aggressive, and I've got a good partner with Tim Burchett and Anna Polina Luna. So we've got an aggressive team, and I think we're going to go after it.
That's amazing. So let me ask an obvious question. When you talk about trying to get into those rooms to see the hard evidence, a craft, biologics, is that an acknowledgement, Eric, that those things, in your opinion, exists because you're trying to get in front of them?
I look, when we have reports that that there are things that are being studied, I have no doubt that there is a crash retrieval program. And that they're studying what craft that they retrieved, whether that's extraterrestrial or non-human it's yet to be seen.
Now, stay with me because I've got one more clip from that interview, but I do find this interesting what Representative Eric Burlison just said. So, how good are these hearings going to be? Is this SCIF briefing going to do anything? Is this going to move the needle? Are we just, running in place, right? How effective is this going to be? I think there could be some movement here, right? You got the SCIF briefing with people getting in a room together that I never thought possible. Arrow, Lou Elizondo, Chris Mellon, David Grush. At least that's the intention. Does that happen? And that's right around the corner, right? And then we've got this roundtable and then the hearing itself, right? There is a lot of movement here happening, if I'm being honest, fairly quickly. But as we've known since the beginning of the, beginning of this federal secrets task force, right? And they had a 6-month window to get this going. They already covered JFK, and now they're moving into this. And the House Oversight Committee was already covering UAP hearings and wanted to have UAP hearings at the beginning of the year. So I think either way, this is going to, shake some fruit out of the tree. I don't know if that's a saying. I just said it, and say that fast 10 times because it will be hard. Anyway, let's get to this second clip of Representative Eric Burlison, because he says some things in here that I think a lot of people don't consider in this field and maybe just put blinders on too. But it's actually something very worth considering if you actually believe in this topic, if you actually want the truth, if you actually want disclosure, right? Whatever that means, right? Take a look.
Where do you think this leads back to, Eric, when it comes to, like you said, cutting through the bureaucracy of just trying to get David Grush onboarded on your team and how long that took you? Who do you think doesn't want this to happen? Is it the contractors? Is it, the Lockheeds and the Boeings and the Raytheons of the world, or is there something else?
Yeah, I think that it's all of it. It's the contractors that have possession. It's also our intelligence community that have been guarding this information for quite some time. I was warned to not get too close to the quote unquote green programs, the programs that we do have that is U.S. experimental technology that I was told is very advanced. And so that was interesting to get that kind of warning. So yeah, I think that there's certainly some concern that we might, legitimate concern that we might be compromising something that we're supposed to be protecting in national security interests.
It is kind of a double-edged sword that way, right? Like it's really, it's hard. Is it hard to navigate those waters when it comes to, okay, what are we working on that does have national security interests, that really just is our own tech? We got people in a room that have been able to figure some things out versus something that may not just be people in a room and they got the technology from somewhere else. Like, how hard is that to navigate for you guys?
Yeah, I think that when I had a meeting with Arrow, they kind of spelled it out for me, at least, in a way that we can navigate this. And that is that the topic of extraterrestrial life and UFOs is not a federal secret. It's nothing for the federal government to keep secret. They do not have the authority to keep that secret. The way the Arrow explained it is that What the federal government does have is a responsibility to keep secret any of the ways in which they've documented this. So if they're using advanced imaging satellites or radar, they don't want that to be leaked. The level of technology that they have, if that makes sense. And so that was what I was told by Arrow, which I think gives us a framework to go by to say, okay, we want the documentation, at least if you've got documents that demonstrate that what these aircraft are, and we can release it in such a way that we're not compromising the technology that the United States government is using and our abilities. That's the needle that we have to thread.
I really appreciate Representative Eric Burlison's honesty there and transparency about that, because I think at the end of the day, when we look at this whole UAP topic, that is something to consider, right? We have our own advanced technology, and what's getting mixed up with that, right? We can't put national security at risk. We have to protect our country, our citizens, but at the same time, we want the truth about reality that has nothing to do with governments or anything, right? So it's a tough balance, and it's a tough line to walk. I get it, right? It can't be easy. So this will be interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments about all this. Are you excited? Are you looking forward to this? Again, I'll be covering all of it, so we'll definitely keep you up to date. But let me know what you think in the comments. All right, vetters, we'll see you on the next one. Remember, every day's a gift, y'all. Peace!